National Agricultural Innovation Fund, and we are hosting this incubator, hosted your incubator at ICR DMAPR Medicinal and Aromatic Plants Research Institute, which is located at Anand, Gujarat. And with this brief introduction, now I welcome you all to this program. We have panelists today, Dr. Satyajit Roy, who is the director of ICR DMAPR. I'll just briefly highlight his biodata. So Dr. Satyajit Roy is currently the director of ICR, Directorate of Medicinal and Aromatic Plants Research, Anand. He is basically a plant pathologist. He joined Agriculture Research Service System as a scientist at Central Potato Research Institute, Simla, during the year 1986, wherein he worked in the area of late blight management, late blight disease of potato, and also worked on soil and tuber-borne disease management aspects. Later, he joined Sisal Research Station, Bomra, under Kraichaf Barakpur during 1997, where he worked on Sisal plant pathology. After that, he later joined as a senior scientist at ICR Central Tobacco Research Institute, Rajmundry, during the year 2000, and subsequently posted at ICR CTRI Regional Station, Dinata, West Bengal, wherein he contributed profusely, immensely on the integrated management of bacterial and fungal diseases of tobacco. After that, he joined CPR Central Potato Research Station, Potato Research Station at Gwalior as an head of the station. He was actively involved in potato seed production and other aspects of at the Gwalior Research Station. So after that, he joined our institution, that is ICR, Directorate of Medicinal and Aromatic Plants Research, during September 2008. So I welcome Dr. Roy to this program. Namaskar, sir. I also fortunate enough to introduce our panelist, Dr. Sukhwinder Singh. Sukhwinder Singh is the scientist at Central Potato Research Station at Modipuram campus, which is at Jalandhar campus. So he was pioneered in developing various farm equipments. He's an engineer, farm tools and other things, and wherein which he has filed 6 patents. He developed CPRA aeroponics technology, which is again very popular, which has been sold to the tune of 3.7 crores, wherein which he has earned as a licensing fee of technology license after licensing the technology. So he also has a patents on this technology, wherein which he will going to highlight such kind of technologies to you. And he has also developed in vitro plant acclimatization technology. So this has been commercialized to 3 companies. The earlier CPRI aeroponics technology has been commercialized to 16 companies all over the country. He has also pioneered in developing the wedge fast technology for urban gardening. So a trademark and design patent of the same has been filed. He has also pioneered in the hydroponic system for leafy vegetable production in indoors and outdoors. So these are all some of the significant contributions of engineer Sukhwinder Singh. In total, he has published 35 to 40 publications, 20 patents in his hand, and 2 trademarks, especially more specifically this WedFast and HydroFast. 55 technologies licensed. So around the revenue of around 3.9 crore has been generated with his own technologies. So which is very immense. So, he is also looking after Agri-Business Incubation Center at CPRI Simla, and he is also managing 2 YouTube channels, so on potato as well as ABI CPRI Simla. So with this brief introduction, now I welcome Dr. Sukhwinder Singh to this program. Thank you very much, sir. I also introduce my co-panelist, Dr. Deepa Patel, who is looking after the business affairs of MediHub Technology. And I am there as Dr. Nagaraja Reddy, senior scientist and also heading Medihub Technology Business Incubator. So with this brief introduction of my panelists, I welcome all the participants to this program. So with this, we're going to start a brief note on the importance of medicinal plants and how an overview of DMAPR by Dr. Satyajit Roy. I request all of you to post your comments or suggestions or any questions in the chat box. So we will readily answer your queries. So with this, so I request Roy sir to go ahead with the session.
First of all, very good afternoon to one and all the participants. It is really my immense joy to be with Dr. Sukhwinder Singh. He is a very good friend of mine. He was here also in the year 2018 or 2019. He visited our institute. You people have all heard about him, about his this different patents. The way he is going on, it is something very wonderful. So I would like all of you to listen to him. But before that, just I want to give a little brief about what is our DMAPR, Director of Medicinal Aromatic Plants. The center, this is the building. I won't go in much detail, just I'll be touching with few slides. So this station, it started in the year 1976 and it was founded in the year 1992 as NRC, National Research Center. And then it was upgraded to directorate level, that is the present, what we call it, Directorate of Medicinal Aromatic Plants, in the year 2008. So in total, we have 2 different stations, 2 different areas, one at Boriavi, another at Longwell. Now, if we see the background about the medicinal plants, so India has been emerging as a major player in the global trade of plant-based medicines. The estimated global herbal industry is valued over 60 billion and it is growing at the pace of 7% per year and is expected to reach 5 trillion by the year 2050. Now see, this is very important point, a figure. So what we were in the year 2005 and what we are today in the year 2014-15, it is much more. See, in the year 2005-6, the trade, it ranged from to 354.8 crores and it increased to 3211 crore in the year 2014-15. Now in the another 3-4 years, it is much more than that. So if you see, it is an 8-fold increase in the trade. So these are the different research mandates of our station. I need not to go into detail. So one is germplasm, then act as a repository that coordinated research and validation of technologies. So I need not to go into detail. In total, we have 15 mandate crops. So if you take it, the major ones are medicinal and 3 or 4 are aromatic plants. So you see, Isabgol, Senna, Safed Musli, these are the different Giloy, Google. So there are in total 15. Apart from that, we have 26 regional centers throughout India across different agroclimatic zones. So these are the different universities, agriculture universities. In total, we have 26 centers. So this directorate, it is coordinating with all those centers. So in total, if you see 15 mandate crop that we have for our DMAPR, and all those stations together, all the regions in these stations together, we have 48 crops that we coordinate. So these are the different crops that we coordinate, about 40. It is not 40, it is written here, it is almost 48 crops that we coordinate. So these are the different areas that we have our findings. These accessions for DMAPR, then germplasm registration, then herbs, shrubs, trees and all that we have the collection and the varieties in total that we have. So these are the significant achievements. I need not to go into detail. If anybody is interested, they can go see in our website or we can talk later on. So these are the areas. So these are the very important areas. See, when we see the global market for medicinal herbs, if you see the year 2002, how it was in the year 2002, it was restricted only $60 billion, and how it jumped in the year 2020, it is to 1200, and it is envisaged in the 2030 by 1740, and we have a goal for about 5,000 US billion dollars by the time we reach 2050. So this is an illustrative diagram. It is only to show, see, if you see our body is it is a very complex mechanism. That is, we have the brain part, then we have the heart, and so many other, then we have different hormones. Now, here I want to emphasize here on, if you see the brain part, see, you see that Brahmi is one of the plant, that is one of the crop, which is known to be memory enhancer. Similarly, Mandukparni, it is also known to be memory enhancer. So I am giving only these two examples. So for every part of the body, you have some medicinal plant which are very, very, very much important. Now, with the COVID, with the COVID pandemic, definitely some crop has emerged very, very important, like Kalmek, Ashwagandha, Tulsi, and the Tinospora. So these are the very, that has been recommended by the Ayush Ministry of Ayush. I need not to go into detail for different world healthcare situation by the year 2050. So major healthcare problems that is suspected, that is cancer, hypertension, diabetes, malaria. Well, so these are already going on, and we may even reach very serious proportions by the year 2050. We definitely have all allopathic system of medicine and cure, but now definitely entire world is seeing some alternative system of cure, like medicinal plants. So definitely, even as far as business is concerned, and even its use is concerned, it has importance. Now, as I already talked with the human figure diagram earlier, see, for hypertension, we know Google. Google is one of the plant, but I don't want to go into detail for all the diseases, but I want to emphasize one point here. For example, dengue. See, if you see, but which I have also witnessed here, my colleagues, my scientific colleagues, and all those who have suffered it, or those who have been suffering earlier. See, when we have when people suffer from dengue, that is also a virus, we see there is an extreme downfall of the platelets. The platelets, which normally ranges from 2.5 to 3 lakhs. So platelets level, where the platelets level decreases, it may come down to 60,000, even lesser. So for that, what is given? So for that, even allopathic doctors, they are prescribing. One is papaya, Carica papaya, very, very important Carica papaya powder. That is throughout the global level, it is recognized for the boosting of the platelets. Then apart from that, that is Tinospora. Then apart from that, that is that Aonla. So you have these are the crops which have immense importance in boosting the platelets. Likewise, if somebody is having, you can say that constipation, severe constipation, then we go for Senna product. So I need not to go into detail. So how it is important, how much it is important. As far as the challenges are concerned, you see the health for all. See, what we see, that for meeting those challenges, what we all need, what we need to see, that we have to conserve the species and habitats. Then another important, that maybe you can say lacuna, where we may have a lack of novel, high yield, quality, and resistant to biotic and abiotic stress varieties. See, one thing we have to know, which we all have to know, that for medicinal plants, mostly they are being collected from the wild. By and large, 80% of the collection of the medicinal plants, it is either collected from the wild, either it is collected from the hills, or the degraded lands or the forests. Now, why we are talking here? So it is our institute is not in the forest, our institute not in the hills. So here, our institute or maybe other institute also, CIMAP, Central Institute of Medicinal Aromatic Plants and all, how we work, we work especially with how we can cultivate the plants, especially under how we can cultivate apart from the wild, apart from the hills and all. Under cultivation, how we can manage. So this is our mandate. So likewise, technology for economic and efficient process for extraction and isolation of bioactive molecules. So this is also very, very important, where phytochemistry division, where because biomolecules, they are very, very much important. The lack of coordination among the different stakeholders of MAP. So these are the different factors. So ultimately, they are the challenges. Now, I have already discussed about it as a Directorate of Medicinal Plant, as our directorate, along with All India Coordinated Project, we have been trying, and it is almost now 30 years. Now, this particular slide, what it shows, this is showing about Isabgol. Maybe Isabgol, this crop, people may be knowing that Isabgol is mainly known as a laxative. It is a very strong laxative. And especially it husk when it is put in water, it has a swelling effect. So similarly, when anybody is consuming Isabgol, when it is going in the body, so it is having some swelling effect, it gives some pressure. So it is very, very strong laxative. And another important point about it, this is the only plant where the India is gaining the highest export earning. The number one crop which is getting the export earning, then followed by senna. And it is very interesting that Isabgol is laxative as well as the senna is a purgative. This laxative as well as purgative, this is one of the highest export earning. And in one way, and India is the leading in the production in the entire world. And if we see the Indian figure, and if we compare the states, the state of Rajasthan, it is almost nearly 2 lakhs. It is much more. It is an earlier figure. So average, it is almost 2 lakhs, 2 lakh hectare for Rajasthan, the entire area. Then for Gujarat, it is about 81,000, and for Madhya Pradesh, it is 25,000. So if you see, though Rajasthan is having much more area, but its productivity is much lesser compared to Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. Now, as I already told, Isabgol husk export is one of the highest. It is highest in India, and every year about 90,000 tons of Isabgol is required to meet the domestic demand. Isabgol export is growing at 15% every year, and India dominates the world. That is 80% share in the production and exports. So these are the different varieties that we have come up. Our institute has come up. This is our institute's contribution, praiseworthy contribution. So this is another variety, Isabgol, Vallabh Isabgol 1, then Vallabh Isabgol 2 and 3. And for Ashwagandha also, as I told you, Ashwagandha in the COVID time, Ashwagandha, one thing I want to tell you, it has some property for reducing the stress. And as far as its effect is concerned, it has the minimum side effect. But somehow, when we talk about its consumption, for medicinal plant consumption, we call it as a functional food. When we call it as a functional food, how it differs from the other type of the food that we take, like cereals and all. So it cannot be termed as a whole food. So for cereals and other commodities like carbohydrates and all, that is a regular part of our diet. So that is a whole food. Now, see, when we talk about haldi or turmeric, when we talk about cumin, when we talk about dhania and all, so they are spices. We have a different institute like spices, but one thing we have to know: each and every medicinal, any plant, each and every plant in this earth has some medicinal value. But though turmeric may be used as spices, but it has number of medicinal properties, like it can be used especially for the skin toning. Then it can be used as a antiseptic, and all people are knowing about it. But when we compare our this particularly this spices is a daily regular part in our culinary this our kitchen. Maybe, for example, if you take haldi, a person may be using 2 spoonful, 3 spoonful, or 4 spoonful. It depends on our choice. But when we come for the medicinal plant, you cannot take as per your choice. You cannot take 2 spoonful, 3 spoonful. It has to go with some medical advice. So this is the only difference, even if it is a functional food. So these are the variety in azalea. No, this is a Manduk Parni, as I already told you. See, this is also known as Brahmi. You can call it as a Sthal Brahmi. Sthal Brahmi, we have two types of Brahmi. One is Jal Brahmi. The Jal Brahmi can grow in a very inundated or very flooded fields, or where the fields are inundated also, it can grow very well. But this cannot grow in a very inundated field. So this is different. This is one of the crop where good agricultural practices has been developed. Now I come for the major achievements for our institute. Like, we have already patented from aloe vera a novel extraction method, for aloe extraction for aloe barbadens. So we have been granted the patent for this particular invention. So these are the policy support documents, different for development of roadmap for agriculture in Gujarat plains and hills. Then roadmap for Isabgol promotion in India. We have already had a stakeholder meeting in the year 2019. Then we had a stakeholder meeting for Ashwagandha also in the year 2020. So these are the different awards and recognitions that we got. So I need not to show these. So these are the different training programs that has been. It is a continuous process that we are going with the different training programs with the farmers, even with the SCSP program, with the TSP programs. So these are on the glimpses. So these are one of the few success stories that, and it is really has given a different dimension to our institutes your achievement, where the livelihood security through cultivation of medicinal plant Kalmik that was developed for the tribal farmers. So it is we have already this has been launched in our website. And for, as I already told you, Brahmi, where it can be very successfully grown in the degraded lands, or where the land, you can see it is inundated land, where it is a flooded land. It can come even in our Sundarban area in our West Bengal. It can come very, very well. So the entire plant of Brahmi is used in the indigenous system of medicine as a nerve tonic and cure for epilepsy and insanity. So Brahmi is a semi-aquatic herb and can prove to be of immense value to poor people. So I need not to go into detail of this. But what I mean to say, when I was at Kuch Bihar, see, when I used to go to the local hearts, so this when we take saag or that leafy vegetables like spinach or methi and all, so this used to be sold in the market, and people used to see how people take it. People used to take it and used to prepare with ghee. So definitely there is a knowledge. The knowledge is spread across our different states of India, and even in West Bengal, and in different, maybe the area which are having much more rainfall, maybe the crops also differ accordingly. So the distribution of quality planting material, this is also one of our mandate of the station. So these are the different e-publication. We have our website. If anybody is interested, they can see our website. And with this, I think I've taken enough time. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much, sir. Hello.
Thank you, one.
Thank you very much.
I hope the people could hear me. I don't know whether people could hear me or not.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for patient listening. Thank you.
So thank you very much, sir, for highlighting the role of ICR DMAPR in promotion of medicinal and aromatic plants in the country. Thank you once again. Now, without wasting much time, I invite Engineer Sukhwinder Singh to deliver his lecture. After that, we'll have one short session on about MediHub TBI, so followed by Q&A session. So with this, so now I invite Sukhwinder Singh sir to go ahead with the session.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy, Dr. S. Royji, Director DMAPR, and my friends from this prestigious institute and other participants in this program. Dr. Roy, when I came to your institute, visited your institute, I think in 2019 or 18, your staff gifted me some of the plants, and one of those plants was this Gurmar or some, Madhunashini. I planted that plant in my kitchen garden, and now I'm the local Hakim or local doctor, you can say. Every week, some 10-15 people will come and they will pick up the leaves for a week or 2 weeks, and many people are controlling their diabetes with those, that plant. So I realized first time in my life how important it is to have a medicinal plant in my, in our kitchen garden or in our backyard. So now I'm planning that I'll have a small medicinal plant, area in my kitchen garden so that people can enjoy different kind of, medicinal plants, and I can have gifts from you very easily, no problem. Everything is available to me now. Now, today, friends, I'll be talking about aeroponics, hydroponics, and wet fast. But basically, I prepared for wet fast only today because combining all three things will be a little difficult. But still, I'll try to touch hydroponics and aeroponics, but mainly we'll be focusing on wet fast. And so let me share my screen so that I can start my presentation right away. So, friends, this is the topic I have been asked to talk about. This is business opportunities in wet fast, hydroponics, and aeroponics. Basically,
can you go to slide number 1?
Oh yeah, this is slide number 1 actually.
Okay.
This is number 2 actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is your title given by you.
Go to presentation mode.
Yeah. This is presentation mode. Probably you are not able to see this.
Not sir. No sir.
So let me see once again. I think there is
sometimes it won't be possible to do it. Maybe you can present from your PowerPoint itself, sir. You can move one by one.
Just hold on.
Yeah.
Sure. Now you can see this.
Yeah. Go to presentation. Yes, sir.
Now
yes,
it's
sir. Yes, sir.
So, friends, this is the topic which I'm supposed to discuss. Actually, this is veg fast, hydroponics, and aeroponics business opportunities. But what I'll be doing, I'll be basically focusing on veg fast, ghar par ugaye, taza khaye. And a little bit I'll talk about hydroponics and aeroponics. And now the different topics I'll be covering is who we are actually. We means team here, team ABI. Then why to have our own vegetable production system in present scenario. And for that, for own vegetable production, what we have done is we have developed this VegFast technology. We'll be talking about VegFast technology. Then if someone likes this VegFast system, how to get that VegFast on your rooftop or backyard. then what kind of business opportunities are there with this technology. Then at the last, briefly, I'll be touching hydroponics and aeroponics. Friends, like DMAPR, we are from Central Potato Research Institute, and this Central Potato Research Institute is part of Indian Council of Agricultural Research, which is having about 100 institutes focusing on different crops and different areas of agriculture, and we are focusing on potato only. And I'm talking to you from Jalandhar station of Central Potato Research Institute. We have about 7 stations in different parts of the country. Whatever I'll be talking about is the work of this team. Actually, I have in this Central Potato Research Institute Agribusiness Incubation Cell, we have a team of 5. Out of these 5, 4 are scientists, 1 is our chief technical officer. And I'm proud of my team. I have this Dr. Brijesh Nare, who is engineering scientist from IIT Kharagpur. Then Madam Dr. Sugni Devi, vegetable scientist. Dr. Arvind Jaiswal, who is a food technologist. And Shri Yogesh Gupta ji is from Agri Sciences. And this is a team which I proudly say that this is not a government team. This is a team like in the private companies, people work, they work like that. So because of them, I'm able to, we have something to share with you. So this is all a team effort. And I'm lucky to lead this very hardworking team. Friends, just because of this corona, earlier also the people who knew about vegetable issues, they always used to prefer have their own vegetable production system. Now, why people want to have their vegetable production system is because there are many pesticides, residue issues with the pesticides in our vegetables which are available in the market, especially in those areas which are in close to Delhi, actually, because Delhi or other big cities, their consumption of vegetables is huge, and the areas around these mega cities produce a lot of vegetables, and for production, many pesticides are used, and that indiscriminate use of pesticides is a big issue, not today, but for the last many years, actually. So this is one reason people want to have their own vegetable production system. Then many kind of other crop contaminants and chemicals like excessive nitrates, etc. There are issues. Then overuse of fertilizers. I think in northern India, I know in the Punjab, Haryana, and Western UP, which is we say where the Green Revolution showed its results. Better than the other areas. Here the use of fertilizer is much more than the recommended doses. So then nitrate kind of issues and many other issues are there, overuse of fertilizers. And then after the production of vegetables, the vegetables most of the time people feel that are not sent to the market after proper washing or washing in clean water. Sometimes vegetables are washed in dirty water, that water coming from industry. So that way there is a serious concern felt by people that the vegetables they are buying from the market are not safe for their family. And because of that, they are suffering from many serious issues. This is the feeling of the people. And many people feel that they are feeding the unsafe vegetables to their family members, their loved ones, and think the issue becomes very serious when it's a matter of pregnant ladies, then small kids, and the old age people who are already suffering from many kind of diseases. So In our area, actually, a different kind of saying is there. People say that आज जो इस दुनिया में इस समय में ये बात सुनने वाली है रॉय सर कि आज अमीर आदमी वो नहीं है जिसके पास बड़ी गाड़ी, बड़ी मोटर, ज्यादा पैसा, बड़ा घर हो, बल्कि लोग कहने लगे हैं कि अमीर आदमी वो है जिसके पास खाने के लिए सेफ फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स हों। इस तरह का लोगों का मानना है। और पंजाब में कुछ ऐसे लोगों को भी मैं जानता हूँ who have some extra surplus money, they will buy a different plot, land, a piece of land in the city. They will not build a house over there. They will just use that area for kitchen gardening so that they can have safe vegetables and some fruits also. So a serious issue is there about unsafe vegetables being sold in the market. So people want safe vegetables and they want to improve immunity in today's this corona scenario by consuming herbs and medicinal plants. Knowledge is there about the medicinal plants and herbs, but where to grow, how to grow, systems are not there. So what solutions people find? So they try to produce their own vegetables, herbs, and medicinal plants over rooftops, front yards, or backyards in small pots. Usually you see in cities, they will have small pots, sometimes 100 pots, sometimes 200 pots, but we will not be having, enough production out of that. And also, if we are to grow vegetables, your herbs or medicinal plants, so many things are required. Different kind of containers, pots. Sometimes people use drums also. Then mix of soil. Then your FYM or vermicompost, fertilizers, seeds, seedlings. Then small tools also are required for that. And then water containers, pipes, etc. So arranging all these things is not that easy, even if the whole family is running here and there. So then some of the stuff will go wrong, and ultimately they'll be fed up with, the feeling will be that, oh, what's the use? It's not that easy to produce your vegetables, and ultimately लोग कहते हैं कि छोड़ो इस झंझट को, जो मार्केट में whatever is available they will try to consume. And the people who are successful a little bit, they will also usually say that production is very low. And because why production is low? In those pots, the soil mass is very low. We have realized that the soil mass in the pots usually people use is very less. Then seeds available in the market, they will not be having knowledge about seeds, and good seeds will not come in 5 or 10 seeds because they will require small quantity of seeds. Ultimately, they will not be able to have good quality seeds in lesser quantity. Then germination issues, lack of skills, and management of your kitchen garden. So that way, it's not that easy. So this we realized, then ultimately we thought that we should have, for our kitchen gardening also, at the rooftop, we should have an efficient system or technology, and persons should be properly trained for initial at least health, and then backup support is required for having a kitchen garden, especially in the backyard or front yard or at the rooftop of your house. So we came out with Veg Fast technology. घर पे उगाएं, ताजा खाएं. And we came out with business ideas also. For everybody to learn this, everything is not easy. Like for all of the small things, you go for plumbing job, you go to plumber. For some other electrical job, you go to electrician. And for vegetable garden, why not we go to some person who is doing a business with this technology? That was our idea. to have VegFast technology and plus some business ideas so that people can use this technology for establishing small business, and also they can give service to the citizens. So this VegFast is the system. I'll be later on talking about what system is actually. So it can easily be installed over the rooftops, balcony, front or backyard of your house. Or last time I was giving one presentation to CCARI, that is institute in Goa. They are actually having the MOU with CPR, right? For this technology, they will be using this technology to increase vegetable production in coastal area. And this is beach side. They coined that idea that besides the beach, where not many international tourists come, we can install the VegFast garden so that tourists can enjoy the fresh vegetables produced on the site. So before moving ahead, let me share you some of the real photographs from our VegFast garden at Sandhill Potato Research Station, Jalandhar. This is spinach. Then your basil, tomatoes. This is one part of the VegFast garden at Jalandhar. So we have the cherry tomatoes and the bigger ones. So many tomatoes can be very easily produced in this VegFast system. Basically, you see in this photograph, in VegFast, we use these kind of specially designed containers or troughs, which are lined with a special material and filled with a lot of soil, then some straw, and so this your fertilizers, if required, gypsum also, and whatever is required as per the requirement of the crop. So this way, this is the main feature of this technology. This your container, which is 4 feet long, 2 feet width, and 9 inches of height. The weight of this container is only 6 kgs. If we compare this container with the traditional pot we usually use, people use in the cities for vegetable production, a 6 kg pot will accommodate only 6 kg or 7 kgs of soil. But this 6 kg trough will accommodate 100 to 120 kgs of soil. So crop is to grow. So friends, crop is to grow in soil, not in pot. So this 6 kg, this container is having more than 100 kgs of soil. So that is the main reason that you see such a beautiful crop. So these are the beetroots, then the green leafy stuff, then again green leafy stuff, vegetable, which we call here bathua in north, then chilies, carrot, potatoes, cauliflower, then your broccoli, and many more things can be very easily grown in this system. Almost all the vegetables can be produced, and at the same time, it's like a small field. Whatever we want, we can produce all those medicinal things like brahmi, lemongrass, thyme, oregano, rosemary, mint, sweet basil. The point is, any plant which is not of, more than 4 feet of height can easily be grown in this system. Now, why we named this system VegFast? This is the important thing. Now, VegFast is our actually trademark. We have been granted this trademark. Its installation of the system is quick. If you order this VegFast garden to someone who is having business using this technology, they will come and install your breakfast garden in 1 to 2 hours, depending upon the size. And on day one, like you see this photograph, this is spinach. You never had seen that spinach on day one will be on the soil and seeds will be sown in the soil. But in the veg-fast garden, on day one, you will have this kind of spinach, because already ready-made plants, plants produced in the system, which are almost of 25 to 35 days of age, those plants are shifted, and on day one your veg-fast garden is green like this. And production is good because there is no spoilage of the seeds, there is no issue of germination of the seeds, there is no issue of overwatering or underwatering the crop. So that way we can expect good production in this system, and the learning is quick because on day one, when you see this kind of crop, really the end user is happy, and that learning instinct is increased, and less attention in the system is required. If we compare the different vegetable systems based on other technologies, so compared to this, because this is a soil-based system, that attention is not that much required in this system. Again, if we are to see the advantages of this veg-fast system, that first production will start after 20 to 30 days compared to traditional system where first production will start after 50 to 60 days. Especially I'm talking about the leafy stuff. Why so? Because on day one, you will shift the ready plants actually. We will not be seeding every single your vegetable will be shifted to your veg-fast garden, which is already of 25 to 30 days, except carrot and radish. Then the media used is soil-based. That is a big advantage. In soil-based media, we have many advantages. Soil will have inherent these nutrients also, and the repetition of irrigation required is not that much as if we see like in coco peat. And also the holding capacity. Holding means the root holding capacity is more in soil, and your vegetable will be pesticide free. Why pesticide free? Because you are producing your vegetables under your own supervision, and if you don't like pesticides, you will not spray pesticides. That way your crop will be free of pesticides, and you will try to manage insect pests if these are there with other means. Then most of the vegetables can easily be grown, and quick installation, as I already discussed, system is affordable. It's not that expensive also. And that way we can produce safe vegetables and herbs under our own supervision. And if we install this vegetable garden at the rooftop, then definitely, because we'll be cutting that sunlight or sun heat directly going to the roof. That way the heating of the roof will not be that much there. So now thing is, many things are possible, but how to do that actually? So our focus is not much on veg-fast technology. Our focus is on veg-fast actually package. What we do here is veg-fast technology from CPRI, and here are the people, general public, the end users. Now what we are doing, we are not directly trying to teach the end users or train the end users for veg-fast technology. We are focusing on the people in the midway. This is the job of ABI. We are authorizing the service providers. We are training the service providers. We are incubating the people to start their business using this technology. And we have been quite successful in that during the last couple of months. So why people, for veg-fast technology, why people are getting license from CPRI? So number one, this is the need of the time. in this COVID time, there's a lot of awareness amongst people to have their own vegetable production systems, and for producing vegetables, herbs, and medicinal plants. And also, once they get, they are attached to CPRI, they are the trained or certified service providers, and they get many advantages of being certified service provider. Then the CPRI team train these people on different aspects like engineering aspect, plant growing aspect, and business aspect, and many other things like publicity, etc. Then so for protecting the interest of these people who will establish their small business, we have taken this trademark, and we have also filed 5 patents of our container designs. Like these troughs, we have different designs, about 7 or 8 designs we have, but we have filed patents for 5 designs. So in this way, if someone is trained, someone is licensed from CPRI, so they can use trademark, this VegFast Ghar Pe Ugaye Taza Khaye. Then they can use these patented designs, and no one can kill their business. You know, here in copy and paste is a common problem in India. So when they are licensed, nobody can copy their, their designs, their trademark. So they will have to face some legal, notices if they do that. So that way, if someone establish their business, then their business will be secure because of this trademark and patenting of the designs. So during last 3 months, we have trained some people and commercialized this technology. And interesting thing is the response we have received, that is immense response. Dr. Roy knows that I'm from Potato Institute, and I cannot think of doing anything other than potato. But VegFast is not our domain, that is not our area. But because of this huge response from people, we were given this special permission to go ahead with this VegFast technology. And who are the people who are coming for this technology? See, this person you see, he is 76 years of age, and he retired about 16 years back, and he is a big this medicinal plant lover actually, and he came in the first batch, and he was the first person who got training from us, and he is using this system for promoting his medicinal plants in Kapurthala district. Here you see, so here are the families. This is a farmer who is cultivating about 60 or 70 acres of land. He's a big farmer. He came with his family and kids also. So they wanted to do something for their children, so that in future they can do some business using this technology. And this person, in first very season, he I think produced about 80 troughs and installed at different places. So that way different kind of people are coming, and some of the colleges, see this boy, he is Gupta, and he is a university student. He made a small company, and they are doing very good business using this technology in Jalandhar area. So that way, different people are coming and showing interest. And see, this is Mr. Bhatia. He was some big man in and your Reliance Group for supply of fruits and vegetables. They are also license holders. Similarly, there are 2 persons from Chennai who are, one was in Italy and other one is USA. They also got licensed for this technology, and they are dreaming big. They want to have a business of multi-crores with this technology. So that way, we were not giving much focusing on this technology, but the people, the response we received, actually, we were compelled to move ahead actually with this technology. And now we have developed a lot of interest in this technology. So during last 2-3 months, we incubated about 36 people for this technology, and our target for the next 5 years is about 1,000 licenses actually. So now we are pretty sure that if this kind of response we keep getting, so we'll definitely be able to achieve this target of 1,000 in the coming 4.5 years. So till this point, this webcast is over from my side. And if I can stop here for 3-4 minutes, if there is some question, after that I'll be spending some time on hydroponics and aeroponics. If there is any question, I can answer at this stage about webcast.
Sir, I have one small query. So
Yes.
vegetable fast growing is possible. So is it medifast is possible?
Yes.
Medicinal
Yes,
plants
yes,
fast growing?
yes. Medifast, see, so why we say this is fast? Because in medicinal plants also, you will sow the seeds and seeds will come out after 5, 10 days, 15 days. Then that plant will be of suppose 2 to 3 inches after 1 month or 35 days, 40 days or 45 days. Suppose if someone wants to grow that same plant in its backyard or front yard or at the rooftop, so they can use this same procedure of preparing the plants for 30 to 40 days, then ultimately shifting those well-grown plants in the trough. So that way, so if veg fast is possible, similarly this medifast is possible in the same way. We are using this for about 25 or 30 vegetables. Similarly, whatever is the plant that can be used in the same way actually. No issues.
So Dr. Sukhvinder Singh,
Yes, sir.
it was a wonderful initiative. But one question for me.
Yeah.
See, as you say, the trough or the carrier,
Yeah.
you said it is 6 kg, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that can hold about 100 kg of soil, 100 to 120 kg of soil.
Yeah.
Achha, Dr. One thing what I want to know, how far it can hold. See, can it go for years together or something?
Our estimate is that this trough will be good for 8 to 10 years.
Achha,
Only thing is, after 1 or 2 years, you will need to repaint this, and this can very easily work for 8 to 10 years. There should not be any issue.
It won't spoil or it won't get torn or something.
It depends. It depends what kind of paint coat you are giving. It should not. It should work for 8 to 10 years.
It's nice. It's very good.
Yeah.
Sir, one more question in the chat box. How to get the license of VegFast technology?
Actually, for VegFast technology, thing is how we are training the people. There are 2 ways. One is online and other one is physical. We prefer that physically people should be present and they should learn all the things. But because of these COVID issues, we are training online also. We have prepared 30, 40 videos for every single work actually. For every single thing we have prepared nice videos. So after signing MOU, so we give access to those videos, that material, and that the self-learning is possible. What we do, we will give the access. People will watch those videos. Then we discuss on this kind of like a virtual platform, and people are learning all that. And for that, fee is about 5,000 rupees plus GST, like 5,900 is the total fee for this.
Sir, my name is Sudhir Raghu.
Yes, sir.
I find this an excellent concept. So,
Yes.
So if, I mean, I'm looking for changing my career into farming.
Yeah.
So what is the business potential of this? Because, I've been working for about 31 years in the corporate. Now I want to shift. So what do you think I can do on this as a business potential?
Yeah, business potential is actually during last 3-4 months, many people who are retired bank managers, retired army person, retired from this IT industry, or retired from some other. So same is the case with you, what I understand. So the thing is, after learning this VegFast concept, we can establish small to medium kind of business in which, now the concept, first let us understand concept. Everybody in the city likes to have vegetables, safe vegetables produced under your own supervision. So they are trying these flower pots, so small things, or drums, or this and that, or many kind of efforts they will do, but ultimately they will not get good vegetables. If you see our vegetable garden at Jalandhar, you will see wonderful vegetables. So now if city people, they are not able to do that exercise, they are not able to find out all those things. So what they will do, they will call you. Suppose you have a business, they will call you on phone, you will explain and everything that this is possible. So one day your man will go with troughs, with soil mix, with ready plants, and they will establish their kitchen garden, this on rooftop or backyard or front yard, in 2 hours or 1 hour. So, and right away before paying money, they will have lush green vegetable garden. So that way, the possibility, it's your creativity, it's your idea how to do. People are doing actually wonders. So business, like in big cities, from which city you are, Sudhir Prabhuji?
I'm currently in Dubai.
Oh, in Dubai. So now it's up to you where you want to start. Possibilities there. There is.
Yeah, I'll be starting in Bhopal. That's my hometown.
What you can do is after this program, you be in contact with us. We will just share all the details what other people are doing, and definitely we want to help you.
Okay, sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your
in the chat box.
idea
There is a
and,
contact number has been posted.
Okay.
The chat box contact number has been posted. So somebody
So
is
Sudhir, you will love working with our team. Actually, our team is a wonderful team. I guarantee, आपका जो विजन, आपकी चेंज, थॉट चेंज हो जाएगी. जो हमारे ये जो लोग हैं, इनके साथ काम करके आपका विचार ही बदल जाएंगे. ये बहुत ही कमाल के बंदे हैं, भगवान ने इकट्ठे कर दिए मेरे पास.
अच्छा, थैंक यू सर. I'll definitely I'll because मैं अभी मैं 53 ईयर ओल्ड का हूँ, बट मैं अगली रिटायरमेंट लेके सोच रहा हूँ कुछ फार्मिंग करूँ और कुछ जिससे लोगों को भी हेल्प मिले, मुझे भी फाइनेंशियली सिक्योर, तो उसमें मुझे ज्यादा दिक्कत नहीं है. बट
आप आइए, लोग वेट कर रहे हैं आप जैसे लोगों की, बहुत इंतजार हो रही है जी आप जैसे लोगों की. आप आइए.
थैंक यू. I'll do something for that.
जी, हाँ जी,
जरूर आपके टीम से बात करेंगे सर. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
जी, शुक्रिया. हाँ जी, और कोई क्वेश्चन?
नमस्कार सर.
जी.
Myself PL Saran sir. I have one question sir.
जी सर.
सर हाइड्रोपोनिक्स में बेसिल का सीडलिंग ट्रांसप्लांटिंग करने का लगभग एज क्या हो सकता है सर? मैं जानना चाह रहा था सर. मेरे लिए
हाइड्रोपोनिक गया नहीं हम.
अभी हाइड्रोपोनिक्स पे मैं आ रहा हूँ जी. मैं थोड़ा, हम लोग वेज फास्ट को डिस्कस करते हैं, हाइड्रोपोनिक्स पे हम आ रहे हैं.
ओके सर. ओके सर. ओके सर.
हाँ जी.
Hello, sir.
जी.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Nice presentation. I'm Subhashish Basu, speaking from Siliguri. Actually, I am associated with a supply chain unit. You know, they are dealing with organic fruits and vegetables, supplying from Sikkim. So this sounds, your veg fast system sounds very interesting. I would like to know that can we grow organic vegetables through this system? I mean, we are not using any fertilizers or chemicals as such. So we are interested in growing in a very natural way. I mean, we can use manure, but is there any scope for that area? I mean, organic produce.
Basuji,
Yes, sir.
What in VegFast, what we are giving is designs of troughs, then the system of installing that one lining material, then soil mix we are giving, then whatever, if we water that crop, if there is extra water that will drain out, that provision is there. Now we, in this VegFast concept, we are we say that don't sow the seeds, sow the seeds somewhere else, grow the crop first for 25 to 30 or 35 days or 40 days depending upon the crop, and shift that already stage 1 ready crop to stage 2. So that is the concept. and
Okay.
we have done with the this fertilizers and everything. Now we have not tried this in a natural way or organic way, whatever you are saying. So this system can be tried in that, but we have not tried. So
Okay.
definitely, if you will try, definitely you will get, and you may get the good results. You may not get that good results comparable to the field. But the person who is trained in organic farming or natural farming, definitely they will be trying to follow those same practices here also. They may or may not get the desired results. We don't know actually. We have not tried.
So
Yes, there are two aspects. One is fertilizer. Second thing is use of insecticide and pesticides. We use fertilizers, but we don't use insecticides and pesticides. That is almost, you can say that we are doing 50% organic.
okay, sir.
Yeah,
So that can be customized as per the requirement.
yeah, that can be customized. Yeah,
Thank you so much, sir.
yeah.
Right.
Dr. Sukhvinder Singh, Dr. Basu is my
Hello, sir.
classmate. Dr. Sukhvinder Singh,
Ji, sir.
Dr. Basu is my classmate from Jalandhar, Adhampur.
Oh,
So he was in different, now he is in Sikkim. Dr. Subhashish, you can put on your video. And
Pardon?
one thing, Dr. Sukhvinder Singh,
ji, sir.
what actually Sikkim is almost organic state,
Ji, sir.
and he is serving in one of the farm,
Yeah,
agriculture farm. So
Yeah.
his question is very much pertinent.
yeah.
It is possible, no?
Sir, I think it's very much possible. Only thing is that in his case, he may have to replace soil frequently.
Okay.
Yeah. So in our case, because we give fertilizers and stuff like that, so we can use the soil mix for maybe 4 to 5 years, maybe more than that. But in your case, you may have to replace that soil after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, depending upon the status of the soil. Or so that way, I think you will have to slightly modify the practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sukhvinder Singh ji,
Excuse me, sir.
medicinal plants also no. In medicinal plants also, definitely we are not using much fertilizers and pesticides. So it
Yeah.
is almost half, as you say.
Yeah. Yeah, sir, just a minute. In our veg fast system, what we do after after installing that lining material, that sheet, that weed mat kind of sheet, first we put about 2 inches thick layer of straw, maybe paddy straw, maybe other kind of straw. Then that soil mix having all the stuff is filled in that trough, and after shifting that plants, if possible, we also again put that straw layer over the top. So I think some organic matter in one way or the other way we are incorporating in that soil. So so organic, we don't have much idea, but the person who is there is one person from Chandigarh who is an organic expert person. He was saying that he got also license from us, and he said that I will be trying in organic way also. But we don't have our own experience.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Shivendra Pratap, you wanted to say something.
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, a very nice session is given by you, sir. Is there any training program is available to do offline?
Yes, offline is available. Next batch, if you are interested, we'll be in touch with our staff. They will let you know कौन सी डेट है और उस डेट को आप लोग आ सकते हैं. हम लोग ऑफलाइन
Actually, sir, I am also pursuing BSc Agriculture in 3rd year from Quantum University, Roorkee, Uttarakhand.
जी.
So we always want to learn the new thing through which we motivate the others and the farmers.
Yes, आप कर सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
So sir, how can we connect with you?
अभी जो लास्ट में अभी जब मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन पूरी होगी तो उसमें कांटेक्ट नंबर्स, ईमेल आईडी दे रखी है, आप आराम से उस पे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. और हमारा स्टाफ है आपको रिस्पॉन्ड करेगा.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सो मच सर.
हम स्टूडेंट का हमें बहुत ख्याल रखते हैं. हम लोग, हमारे बच्चे हैं ना, इनका ख्याल रखना पड़ता है. आप बिल्कुल चिंता मत करिए. ठीक है जी,
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
हाँ जी. So should I move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now it's a time of hydroponics. Friends, hydroponics is growing plants in soilless media. अभी तो वेजफास्ट की बात कर रहे थे, सॉइल में बात कर रहे थे, और ये जो हाइड्रोपोनिक्स है इन सॉइललेस मीडिया, उसमें क्या होगा, वी कैन यूज वाटर सोल्यूशन, मींस न्यूट्रिएंट सोल्यूशन, और पेबल्स और लेका and sand, or there are about 8 to 10 methods of doing hydroponics, and the famous one is this simple water solution, nutrient solution. जैसे आप देख रहे हैं ये लेटस है जिसको सैलेड पत्ता हम बोलते हैं, हमारे यहाँ का ये फोटोग्राफ है. आप ये न्यूट्रिएंट सॉल्यूशन एक हाइड्रोपोनिक सिस्टम में बना हुआ है. इस तरह से उस ये जो न्यूट्रिएंट सॉल्यूशन में उसकी रूट्स डिप रहती हैं और वहां से वो न्यूट्रिएंट्स अपटेक करते हैं और ऊपर इस तरह से एक शानदार आपको वेजिटेबल मिल जाती है. हम लोगों का ये फोकस नहीं रहा कभी भी. हम शौकिया तौर पे I have been doing this for the last 7-8 years just for fun sake. Why, I will tell you later on. And ultimately, when there were so many queries, then we again applied for HydroFast trademark also. So now hydroponics में हमारा ये trademark HydroFast है for healthy greens. Then हम लोग इसके 2 पेटेंट फाइल कर रहे हैं, और इसका हम लोग जो डोमेस्टिक यूज के लिए जो हाइड्रोपोनिक्स का अगर किसी ने बिजनेस करना है, जो हाइड्रोपोनिक्स की बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी ये बनती है कि आप हाइड्रोपोनिक्स को यूज करके लीफी वेजिटेबल्स एंड ऑर्नामेंटल प्लांट्स कर सकते हैं. देन इसी को हाइड्रोपोनिक्स के सिस्टम्स की फैब्रिकेशन और इंस्टॉलेशन कर सकते हैं, और ये बिजनेस हो सकता है. देन ये जो हाइड्रोपोनिक सिस्टम्स का एक बहुत बड़ा स्कोप है कि इंडिया के सारे स्कूलों में बच्चों को पढ़ाने के लिए अगर कोई कंपनी बनाता है इस तरह का हाइड्रोपोनिक सिस्टम, स्कूलों में कांटेक्ट करके उनको छोटे सिस्टम प्रोवाइड करने ताकि वो अपने बच्चों को हाइड्रोपोनिक्स पढ़ा सके, इसमें बिजनेस है. देन होटल्स एंड रेस्टोरेंट्स में फ्रेश जो सैलेड वगैरह जो पैदा करके वो बेच सकते हैं, यूज कर सकते हैं अपने कस्टमर्स के लिए, उसमें बिजनेस है. हॉबीस्ट जो हैं वो करना चाहते हैं हाइड्रोपोनिक्स, उनको आप हाइड्रोपोनिक सिस्टम प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं. R&D इंस्टीट्यूट्स में यहाँ पे रिसर्च करनी, उनको हाइड्रोपोनिक सिस्टम सप्लाई किए जा सकते हैं. तो इस तरह से ये जो हाइड्रोपोनिक्स का जो कमिंग एरिया है, सारी दुनिया में इसकी चर्चा है. सो देयर आर लॉट मेनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज, बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटीज which are based on hydroponics technology. So in that we can also help and we can also train. We are yet to start training actually. अभी decision institute ने लिया है last month ही कि we can start, and they have fixed this fee for this HydroFast also. Fee is 21,000 rupees. तो इसमें 21,000 का फीस है प्लस GST होगी शायद, और उस तरह से आप लोग इसमें कर सकते हैं. ये हमारा फोकस एरिया नहीं था, लेकिन वी हैव बीन डूइंग फॉर लास्ट 7-8 इयर्स. वो क्यों हम कर रहे थे मैं अब आगे बताता हूँ. हाइड्रोपोनिक्स से भी बहुत ऊपर की बात है एरोपोनिक्स. डॉक्टर रॉय जानते हैं एरोपोनिक्स भी एक तरह से मोस्ट एडवांस्ड वर्जन ऑफ हाइड्रोपोनिक्स है. इन एरोपोनिक्स प्लांट्स जो हैं इस तरह से आप देख रहे हैं कि एक सिस्टम बना रहता है, जो प्लांट्स इस तरह के ग्रो बॉक्सेस में प्लांट्स टॉप पे लग जाते हैं, उनके रूट्स नीचे हैंग करते हैं और उसके ऊपर स्प्रे होती है नोजल से, जैसे आप देख रहे हैं. सो ग्रोइंग प्लांट्स इन एयर मिस्ट एनवायरनमेंट, रूट्स डैंगलिंग इन एयर एंड स्प्रेड विद न्यूट्रिएंट सॉल्यूशन ऑफ डिजायर्ड कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ न्यूट्रिएंट्स, टेम्परेचर एंड pH. सो इस तरह से ये एरोपोनिक्स जो है, जो कि नासा ने जो स्पेस के लिए इस टेक्नोलॉजी पे काम किया था, हम लोग CPRA में वी हैव बीन वर्किंग इन CPRA फॉर द लास्ट 11 years एक्चुअली. फॉर व्हाट वी आर वर्किंग इज, just a minute, there is some problem with my computer, wait for a second. we have been working on aeroponics for producing seed potatoes actually. In potato is a vegetatively propagated crop, and the pre-basic seed material is always a big issue. And just hold on. So see, this is a potato crop in aeroponics. So these roots are sprayed with nutrient solution. This crop is exposed to sunlight, and this nutrient solution sprayed over the roots is of particular pH, of particular electrical conductivity, a particular temperature. So that way we keep picking these mini tubers as and when required. And the same plant, this tissue culture plant, if this were not in this aeroponic system, it would have given only 8 to 10 tubers. Now it will give 50 to 60 tubers. So this is aeroponic system. Because for the last 10 years we were doing aeroponic system, just for fun we used to do this hydroponics also, which is much easier and simpler than aeroponic system. So we thought now we can give that training on hydroponics also for domestic use only, not for commercial use at this stage. So in aeroponics also there are a lot many opportunities. I will not be going into details, but here I would like to point out that this technology is being used for producing seed potatoes, which are very expensive. The seed potatoes produced in aeroponic system, the cost of selling price is about 4,000 rupees per kg. 4,000 rupees per kg, the seed is being sold. So, and there are a lot many business opportunities in aeroponics, especially if you want to fabricate the system, produce these kind of small aeroponic systems and sell these systems to schools, universities, where they can use as teaching aids. Then these can be tried, this aeroponic system can be tried for orchids and other flowers, some medicinal plants also. So we are not much aware what kind of business opportunities can be there, but it depends if someone is someone wants to explore some new ideas. So this is a technology which is really very, very special and coming up technology. Like these are the transparent aeroponic systems. So independent units, if this unit some firm is was making and supplying to schools, universities, colleges for study purpose, that can be a big business opportunity. So these are where the students can see the root system, they can see the tubers, potatoes. So like that, there can be good opportunities for business by using this technology. So now, if for VegFast, HydroFast, or aeroponics, you have any queries, any questions, want to contact or come for licensing, for training. So these are the contacts, our email ID, cell phone numbers of my friends. So we are easily accessible, and leave your message, WhatsApp, and we'll call back. And we are also on YouTube for VegFast and for aeroponics also. There I have my personal private YouTube channel also, especially on potato. You can find some stuff on aeroponics in that YouTube channel also. Thank you, friends. So I can take now some questions if need be.
Thank you, Singh sir, for highlighting the VegFast, hydroponics, and aeroponics systems for cultivation of vegetables, potato, and other crops. There is no exception. Even medicinal plants also can be cultivated in these systems more efficiently. In fact, a lot of research is needed. So there are a lot of advantages in medicinal plants, especially the plants' raw drugs, which are free from pesticides. Once need to produce, we need to put a lot of effort to control the pesticide residues in the herbal drugs. So such systems will definitely play a very important role in enhancing the production and productivity of raw drugs. So with this brief note, now I open the session for discussion on any of the topics that are being discussed. So any questions from Dr. Saran has asked one question. Dr. Saran, if you are there.
Hello.
Yes, Sarpal Singh.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, I want to know that is there any registration of students for this particular program from institute?
For
the training of veg fast or hydroponics,
yeah,
like that.
You can. I think so. Dr. Sukhwinder Singh, sir, please.
No, if you are interested, simply you send message or contact on the phone numbers which already I have displayed in my presentation. And
Okay.
what we are keeping a record of the people who are interested, and as soon as there is some batch, we'll inform you to come or join. Yeah, registration is being done. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yes, thanks, sir.
So, any questions from the participants? Varsha, madam, you have anything?
Yes, sir. Can we use fulvic acid and humic acid solutions for meeting the requirement of nutrient management, nutrient requirement of the medicinal aromatic plants in hydroponics?
So this question is for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't have any experience of medicinal plants in hydroponics. We have experience of potato, lettuce, and other leafy stuff. So, and we have never used the humic acid. We use those simple salts for meeting the nutritional requirements. I don't have any experience of that.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, what there was one question in the chat box. So what is the kind of media that you use for veg fast system? Is it soil? Soil or
it's soil based. If we incorporate the fertilizers and your some straw, then if need be your this. So it's a simple. It's nothing special.
FYM,
Yeah.
FYM, vermicompost.
FYM 1/3 is 1/4 is 25 to 30% is FYM. Then fertilizers, then your gypsum, then straw layers, that way. Yeah, and there is some special technique for shifting the plants also, watering, small things. This is a package. Yeah.
Fine, sir. Fine. If no questions, so we'll move on to the next session where Dr. Deepa will be presenting the MediHub an overview, so which again it's very important for converting your idea into business venture. So over to Dr. Deepa.
Okay, my screen is visible.
Yeah, put it into presentation
mode.
Yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon, one and all. Thanks for the opportunity given to me. I would be highlighting the why do you need medicinal and aromatic plant for business. My presentation flow is like why you need an incubation center to start a business, and what support we are lending from MediHub, and why particularly you can opt for MediHub to start your business. Now, as we see that medicinal and aromatic plant is a trending these days, right? Due to COVID, it has been trending, and the situation, it's like not hyping the situation, but still we see that 80% of most healthcare system, as Director Sir has rightly remarked, that most of the healthcare system rely upon the medicinal and aromatic plants. There is a growing demand for medicinal plants and their product in the country as well as in international market. The market for herbal drug has grown at an impressive rate, and it still continues to flourish, and it is a promising bright future. Medicinal and aromatic plants are not only important for healthcare system, but it is also important to boost economy and can impact a part of significant role in economic development. See why I say this, because when we say that China is giving a full production of ginseng or ashwagandha, then why can't we keep hand in hand, and with the help of such technologies like aeroponics and veg fast and hydrofast, we can try and test these things in medicinal as well, right? So it is like a pioneering in these technologies. So it can boost an economic development of nation as well. Now, medicinal and aromatic plant can be a good option for farming and other value addition target segments in almost products, and herbal and organic products are trending these days. Even international market is very good for medicinal and aromatic plants. For some of the example in which segments the business can be flourished, to put some, is first of all the cultivation itself. The thing which we have discussed, like growing the medicinal plants and aromatic plants, the cultivation itself can give you much more money, because not many people are doing this. Secondly, it's value addition. Herbal ice creams and herbal milk are trending in the market. Value addition in a form of herbal beverages, herbal chocolates, cosmetics. Herbal cosmetics are also trending, and people are demanding these things. Nutraceuticals, herbal nutraceuticals, everybody knows it is a big market, right? And due to COVID, it is an easy entry right now. Now, herbal baby products, even everybody want herbal and organic things these days for their babies also. So even penetrating into this market is also easy these days. Now, when you say that in what fashion incubation center can help you, I can say that we here at MediHub, we try to give you space to work, right? So we try to save on your rent. We try to improve your focus, and we give you exact solutions to all your business queries. We help in finding funding for you. We try to link up you with angel investors and banks and other institutions. We try to network you with other startups. We try to network with you in the forward and backward. We help in forward and backward linkages into the market. So in a way, you can learn and grow with us. Now, in a nutshell, what is the incubation process? First of all, it starts with an idea, right? But any idea is raw when you don't get enough advice on it and you don't check a feasibility of that idea. So then brainstorming is done. You get more ideas on it. Your ideas is refined, and then you get each and every minute information that what kind of licensing you will need, what kind of fund you are looking for, what is the strength and span of your business to grow up to your expectations, right? So incubation process helps you to identify all these things priorly. Now, here in MediHub, our vision is to commercialize innovations and to bring startups in medicinal and aromatic plants with best-in-class support system for entrepreneurs. We help both the budding entrepreneurs and existing entrepreneurs, those who have hiccups in their existing business. Here we have facilities in a way that we have a pool of scientists and all the experts and all the expertise in the relevant area, and the domain area experts would be linked up to you. We propose this to facilitate innovations to become a business venture, We also promote development of medicinal and aromatic plant sector along with technology transfers. We, as you have seen that there is a veg fast and hydro fast. We also have so many technologies here at our institute, that is DMAPR and Gujarat. So we also commercialize those technology. We organize sensitization workshops, boot camps, and company management seminars and webinars in domain of medicinal and aromatic plants. The webinar which you are attending right now is a part of our sensitization workshop and awareness programs. We provide services in a form that technology consultation is done here at our incubation center. We help you and we guide you in registration, licensing. Incubation can be on your own idea or based on our technologies to reap the benefits out of it. We try to give you business consultation in a form that we guide you in making a business plan so that you don't end up doing any mistakes. We try to help you that your business idea should be in a specific time manner. It should be measurable, achievable. It should be relevant to the trending market, right? The idea is very novel, but what if there is no demand of such product or service? So in a way, we do a brainstorming. We help you to connect. We help you to connect to the market, backward, forward linkages, and overall, we give you a good vision of the business on a blueprint. Then mentoring and networking. We try to link up you to all the possible mentors, experts in domain area, and we try to network you in best possible way that you get a exact solution to the problem you're looking for. Then infrastructure facilities, as I said, that you can save on rent. We are having good research and development labs over here. Production facilities can be availed on lab scale basis. Plug and play office spaces. We provide meeting room and seminar halls are there available to our incubatees. Now, when we talk about access to funding, we help you in making business plan, proposal, pitch decks, linkages with banks, financial institution, and investors. So we help you out even for making presentations for such funding institutions. So we are there to help you in all fashions. Knowledge sharing is, of course, one of the base idea over here. Promotion of incubated startups for wide acceptance among the consumers. We always promote and propagate our incubated ideas on our websites, and we do road shows for those products and services which they are offering. So again, that is an advantage you can reap from MediHub. Now, if you ask us that what are the admission requirements to MediHub TBI, we need an application. The application would be pasted in chat box. Your idea should be novel and related to medicinal and aromatic plants. And your business proposal should be commercially feasible. Any person can apply, an industry, enterprise, research and development organization, anyone can apply. Your qualification and experience should match to your business idea. I mean, you should have some basic ideas for what you are looking for, and you should be able to maintain all the objectives and requirements what you are looking for. You should be free from legal aspects as well. Now, if we talk about process, that how we onboard to our MediHub, first of all, we will paste a link to you, and you need to forward the application to us. Now, after the submission of application, internal screening is done. Then in internal screening, it is not like judging you or your idea, but it is just that if we can help you out in that domain area or not. In that fashion, we shortlist the application, and then committee assessment is done, and final selection and onboarding process. In onboarding process, we sign an MOU, and all the objectives and requirements mentioned in the MOU, we try to work on that and come up with exact solutions for those. You can contact us at this address and phone number. Please screenshot this. And one more announcement from our institute, that we are proudly announcing our third entrepreneurship orientation program in medicinal and aromatic plants. As we are delivering a webinar right now, which is entrepreneurship development program, in that series we put 2 hours short session and Q&A session to facilitate you. But here in this program, it is a 21-day training program. And as you can see on my screen, you would be able to get knowledge of certain topics written in tentative schedules. So here we cover everything from ICT in agriculture to business opportunities in different agriculture crops, and then cultivation, value addition, good agriculture practices, good manufacturing practices. So let's say an Ayurveda, or if you talk about mushroom, we are having scheduled of those businessmen who have successfully incubated with us, and they are coming up with flying colors and doing good in the market and seeing good profits as well. So actual success stories would be shared with you. And moreover, if you have a question that who can apply to this, any student, farmers, startups who want to venture in herbal sectors, industry people who have a specific role in research and technology management at the institute level, mid-level and senior level, scientists can apply, faculty members from agriculture and allied subjects can apply. So those who have a zeal to work in the domain of medicinal and aromatic plants, and those who have a zeal to work in the domain of entrepreneurship development, can we welcome you all to this training program. And as you see that the program is going to start from 19th of July to 8th of August, 2 hours daily. It's an online session, so not to worry in this COVID situation. And the last date to apply is 15th of July. And we charge a nominal fee for this. It is 3,000 plus GST, that is 3,540. I'll be pasting the links to this program as well in the chat box. Please go through that. And if you have any doubt, please screenshot this so that you can easily contact us through email or phone number. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Deepa, highlighting the role of MediHub Technology Business Incubator in shaping the ideas and converting the ideas into business. Also highlighting the entrepreneurship orientation program, which is we are going to organize in this month only. So, so thank you very much. So now the session is open for discussion. If anyone is having the questions, anything is there on all these 3 sessions, on medicinal plants, on veg fast systems, veg fast, hydroponics and aeroponics, and also MediHub. So we are there to help you. So anyone is having their own novel ideas in the field of medicinal plants, not only medicinal plants, don't restrict yourself to medicinal plants. Anyone is having an idea in agriculture or any applications of such fields in the agriculture, please come forward. Do contact us. We will provide you the right mentors to shape your ideas and to convert your ideas into business ventures. With this, now I open the session for discussion. So certificate, we will not be providing certificate to this program. This is a short session, so we will not be giving any certificate to this. But entrepreneurship orientation program, we are providing the certificate for that program. Yeah. So any questions? So.
Hello.
Yes, madam.
Sir, is there any chance for a physical training program for MediHub or any in future?
No, in future we may plan, madam. Now, so now we are only COVID and other restrictions are there, so we are not having.
Because
and
our student.
No. One more thing, we are successful in online mode. So why offline mode? We are very much successful, and 2 hours every day, 10 to 12 o'clock. Any person who is attending other jobs, regular jobs can attend. It is very easy for them. It is an online course, so they can attend while driving on mobile. They can attend on the mobile also. So there is no issue. So this training program is much
students
successful.
needs to attend that program.
No, yeah, they can come. They can come online, so not offline. Offline, we have not any announced. But we also organize offline training programs in other programs of our institute, so people can join that program. So this is only for entrepreneurs or any other business persons who want to venture into this field, because this field is blooming like anything after COVID. So a lot of people, lot of businesses happening. And we here to provide all the institutional support that is required for medicinal and aromatic plants. Of course, we have a network of around 50 agri-business incubation centers across the country. So where one can help on various aspects of shaping your idea into business venture. So with this, thank you, madam. Thank you. So any other questions? So if no questions, then I think everybody has understood everything. So if anybody has, yes, you have anything? Kajal, you have anything?
Yes, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, Kajal.
Dr. Reddy, I am keen to understand more on the backward linkage support that MediHub can provide. My question is pertaining to the medicinal hubs primarily, and on the supply side, how connected MediHub ecosystem is, with respect to SHGs or FPOs or any other organizations of this kind, which are producing the medicinal and aromatic hubs in scale.
Yeah, so very true. So backward linkage is most important. So in this regard, so we have a network of farmers who are growing, cultivating medicinal plants, and we have network of associations already joined with us. So like FedMap is one which is working, and likewise so many people are associated already. So they have working with us. So we can also give such kind of linkages with this. So there are some NGOs also who are working on medicinal plants and have been registered with us for promotional activities. Yes, there is.
And sir, is this the network on a pan-India level, or is it primarily confined to Gujarat? How is it?
No, it is a pan-India. So we work pan-India, not specific. Of course, we are located in Gujarat because the certain advantages that Gujarat has. So we are located here, but we give service to pan-India, and we have support linkages across the country.
Yeah, because Uttarakhand, those kind of places are also large producers of all kinds of hubs.
Yes, sir. We have network of all those things. Moreover, we have network of institutions working on medicinal plants. That is a big boon.
Absolutely.
So we have 26 centers across the country working in a coordinated manner with us on various aspects of medicinal plants. Say it is high altitude medicinal plants or semi-arid tropics or lowland medicinal plants. So you name any plant, there are people working with them and supporting research and development activities for that plant. Yes, backward linkage is possible with us. Thank you.
That is excellent, sir, and I am looking forward to the 21-day session.
Yeah. I saw your applications. And, yeah. Very happy to see you.
Yes.
Thank you. So this entrepreneurship orientation program, the application is also posted in the chat box. So anybody is interested, you can join for this program. So if there are no questions, so with this, we're happy to see that in the due course of time, in the near future, we are expecting MediFast. After VegFast and HydroFast, so let us say MediFast. So medicinal plants are slow growing, and they are dependent on the environmental conditions. So this is, and also moreover, the chemical constituents which the medicinal plant produce is highly dependent on the environment. So in that case, the technologies that we have highlighted today, we have discussed today, play a very significant role in changing the ecosystem of production of medicinal and aromatic plants in the country.
Dr. Reddy, I would like to mention here that
Yes.
CCARI and CPRI now collaborating. We will be signing MOU next 15 days. And if need be, our team is a very dynamic team. We would love to work with you so that this thing can be used for your medicinal plants. Wonderful team. Take advantage of this wonderful team. I tell you. You will definitely love enjoying their company, and they are really masters of whatever they do with whole heart actually. So ultimately we can present a model of this small things, keeping in rooftop or rooftop backyard front with some 5-10 medicinal plants, a package kind of thing with package of troughs, everything. So we would love to help you actually. No problem.
So, sir, any closing remarks from your side, sir?
From my side is whenever there is, you see, in aeroponics, we actually did some significant work, and we are now expanding to Gujarat also. This Cadila company is, we are working for Cadila company now, and similarly for other technologies also. So I always feel that if there is any development in one institute, that definitely that advantage to other institutes must be there actually.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So then otherwise I feel that unused talent is there. So why not to use that talent? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for that time.
Yeah, yes, sir. I understood, sir, and it will be discussed at length at our institute level, and definitely will come forward, sir. So
thank
with this, thank you very much. And now I request Dr. Roy for his remarks at the end.
So thank you one and all for all the participants. And from directorate side, my special thanks to Dr. Sukhwinder Singh, who is a very good friend of mine. So Dr. Sukhwinder Singh,
yes,
in your last visit, we have talked much on different aspects. So I'll be really happy if at least 2, 3, 4 plants, at least if it can go in that same system, and we also connect.
Yes,
something like that. Please, because as you have been very much practical with it, we also want something that it should manifest.
Yeah. So what we can do is, Dr. Praveen, sir, Dr. Praveen from CCARI, Director CCARI, Goa. So Dr. Praveen, right?
He's there here.
Yeah. So Dr. Praveen is in touch with CPRI. On the same lines, your institute and CPRI can again work together.
So Dr. Praveen, he was director. Now he has been director. No?
Yeah. He's
recently has become director.
Yeah. So
he was earlier at Modipura.
Yeah. So actually, this kind of on 10 days back, this kind of program they conducted on Veg First also, and the state government took a lot of interest, and so we are planning some new program for that Goa and coastal areas. On the same lines, we can plan for you also.
Definitely. So, Dr. Reddy, please think about it, the modalities of the program.
Yes, sir. I'll go ahead, sir. I'll go ahead with this, and definitely Medifast should be there. Medifast should be there. So
thank you, sir. It was a pleasant listening, and we'll keep on. Please keep touch with us and all. Thank you very much.
So at the if any questions are there, so there are some questions in the chat box. Insights into essential oil also will be provided in the training program. So there are related to training program. So at the end, so I take this opportunity to thank profusely from MediHub and ICR DMAPR, Dr. Sukhwinder Singh ji, for highlighting the hydroponics and veg fast systems for cultivation of plants, vegetables. So we are happy to listen to you, sir. We have learned so many things, and all our participants got benefited with out of it. I also thank our director, Dr. Satyajit Roy, who is kind enough to give us go for organizing this entrepreneurship orientation program, and also delivering an overview of medicinal and aromatic plants, and also DMAPR, about the DMAPR. So thank you very much, sir, Dr. Roy, sir. I also thank Dr. Deepa Patel, who has delivered on a note on how MediHub can help our business possible with your ideas. So with this, I thank you once again, all of you, and I also thank all the participants. Without you, this program is not successful. And so thank you very much. Stay in touch with us. So if you have anything, any idea in agriculture or medicinal plants, do let us know. Keep discussing with us. We are connected with Facebook and YouTube, as well as our MediHub YouTube channel is also there. So thank you one and all for your patience listening. Whole entire session of 2 days is available in MediHub YouTube channel. So you can download from there or you can watch from there. I request all of you to encourage the entrepreneurs who are working in nearby you. Ask them to participate in the training program. Ask them to connect with our incubation program for their successful business journey. So with this, thank you one and all for your patient hearing. Thank you one. Thank you. So
thank you, Dr. Nagaraja. Thank you, Dr. Deepa, and Honorable Director, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Kajal Sarpati. Thank you. Thank you, Varsha Madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.